Right, hello everyone. So, got a new video today. It says here, TikToker found guilty of double murder for brutal slayings of his wife and her friend. Wow. That's a hell of a threesome.
We, the jury in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Ali Nasser Abulaban, guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree.
He does not like that.
The courtroom erupts into cheers when a former TikTok star is convicted of a gruesome double murder.
My gun was in my hand, and next thing I'm shooting, and I can't stop. I'm just shooting, and I'm even startled. It's like I'm watching it happen. I'm in the passenger seat.
That is not a defense, sir.
I can't stop it. And I hear Anna screaming and crying.
No wonder you're convicted. You pretty much admitted to it.
I don't remember shooting Anna. I just remember running back to the front door, and I grabbed the door handle, and then it hit me. I'm like, did that just happen?
It took a little more than a day of
it.
deliberations for a San Diego jury to find Ali Abulaban guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder for the 2021 shooting deaths of his estranged wife Anna and her friend Rayburn Barron. So how did this once seemingly rising social media content creator...
Okay, what can I get you? Hey, handsome. You call me? Sorry, man. I'll have a venti dolce caramel macchiato with no ice.
What the hell is this?
What's wrong with this guy, man? You get him, or what?
End up with 2 murder convictions. Prosecutors say his online persona was nothing compared to his real life. Ali Abulaban, who was known on his social media platforms by the username GenKid, was jealous, controlling, and abusive to his wife Anna, who he was estranged from at the time, to the point he left her threatening voicemails.
Well, your little girlfriends wish they had a guy like me. They wish they had a guy like me. They don't even have fathers for their kids. Even Julia said, "You're such a good person to my daughter." I am the best man you ever met, and you're the dumbest I ever devoted my life to. You are the dumbest. I wish we never had a kid together because of how stupid you are. You put Julia and her kid before our own daughter. You put Claire. You put everybody. You put that tranny before our own daughter. You put her above.
He's gonna go and laugh on the. You know what? I can't be mad about it because that's some sort of disrespectful stuff that I would do. But still, man, you're on trial for murder.
For your husband, you are so retarded. You are so retarded. You dumb. You're choosing.
What are you doing, man?
They will not be there for you. Enjoy your little boyfriends. Enjoy your little JD Wyman. Enjoy your little exes. Oh, you're my woman. I brought you to this country.
You're gonna go away for life.
Ungrateful. Who the do you think you are? I'm a god.
You're a god.
I'm a internet celebrity. You think you have the right to deny me sex for a month?
Okay. He's a god. He's an internet celebrity. He's a sexy motherfucker, according to him. And she denied him sex for a month. I thought they were estranged. I thought they were like breaking up or something. I don't think that's denying you sex. I'm pretty sure that's just not wanting to have sex with you.
What the do I need you? You never gave me an orgasm.
Okay. Okay, so you called her a bunch of names. And her saying you never give me an orgasm, that's going too far. That hurt your feelings. Okay.
Skinny ass looks disgusting anyways. Your tattoos retarded. I hate looking at those damn demons on your back. How retarded are you to get those tattoos? I hate the tree on your stomach. All of that. And I want
you he's breaking her down. This man.
At the time of the murders, Ali and Anna were separated. Ali was living in a hotel about 15 minutes away from his once shared luxury high-rise apartment with Anna. So he decided to install a listening app into their daughter's iPad and hopes to catch his estranged wife with another man.
So the morning of the murders, October 21st.
Okay, so they were already separated. and he was trying to catch her with another man, even though she pretty much kind of left him.
At 8:40, Anna took Amir to school. You'll see all of this on surveillance video. 9:12 a.m., the defendant came to the Spire complex. He entered through the lobby of one of the buildings. He went up to the 35th floor, and he used his key card that he had copied, that he didn't return when he moved out, like he had said. He kept it to spy on his wife. So he enters the apartment, and Anna's not there. And the defendant's pissed. He calls her, he messages her. Where are you? You're not home. You're cheating on me. She's not with him anymore. She can do whatever she wants.
Exactly.
He was moving on.
They probably should have filed for divorce, though.
So what does he do? He trashes the apartment. He throws a pumpkin on the ground. He throws flowers on the ground. He takes
He throws a tantrum on the ground
throws it down the trash
like a
chute.
child.
He throws clothing all over the office. And he records this on his phone. Okay. Then he leaves the apartment. He engages in a conversation with Anna, which you'll hear. Where are you? Where are you? You're cheating on me. Again, still trying to control her, even though she had left him.
Oh.
He left the building around 9:50. And at 2 o'clock, Anna and Ray came back to the apartment. They were sitting on a couch. They were drinking wine.
Okay, so she was with another man.
And Anna saw the trashed apartment, took some pictures, sent it to her friend Julia. And the defendant, before he left, put that Discord application on his daughter's iPad. And he put the iPad on a charger behind the master bed in the bedroom. So it was hiding, so Anna couldn't see it. And the defendant put a Discord application on his cell phone so that he could hear live conversations from the apartment.
Okay.
So the defendant heard Anna with another man. Oh, now I finally caught her. And what does he do? He gets into his car, into his black Jeep, and he drives to the Spire complex.
Why is she doing all this? The man practically confessed.
And over 100 rounds of ammunition.
After the murders, Ali took a photo of Anna and Rayburn Barron's lifeless bodies, even sending the gruesome photo to his mother. She would later testify for the defense in her oldest son's trial, telling the jury she immediately deleted the photo.
Why? Why did you destroy evidence?
At some point, you are aware that, or were you aware that Anna was maybe staying with friends? They were kind of in and out of the apartment?
Yes.
And then on October 21st, you received a phone call from Ali, is that right?
Yes.
And he called you after the shooting happened, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you recall talking to him on the phone?
I just recall saying, that's not funny. That's not funny, Holly. Don't say that. That's not funny. And then I received the picture. I looked and I deleted it right away. And I hung up the phone and I literally fell on the ground.
Oh, wow.
You say you were telling him
traumatized his own mother.
Was that in response to him telling you what had happened?
Yeah, before he sent the picture.
When you say the picture, are you referring to a photo of Anna and Rayburn Barron on the couch?
Yes. I immediately deleted it.
Damn.
After
some poor bastard just had his life ended because he was messing with a single mom.
The phone with Ali when he told you what had happened. Did you talk to him again after he sent you the picture?
I only recall telling him, where's Amira? Where's Amira? Please leave Amira at school. Don't pick her up, because I was afraid if he picked her up, he would drive crazy and something would happen. And I believe he said, no, Mom, I called the cops on myself. So,
as you should.
I'm gonna. He called the cops on himself. So I guess he was gonna wait at the school until they got him. I don't recall. It was just, it was terrible. My main concern was my grandbaby. Where's my grandbaby?
At some point, do you recall exchanging text messages with Ali about maybe meeting somewhere to pick Amira up or collect Amira from Ali?
Probably. Yes, maybe.
Do you recall that your son is mentally ill?
And then eventually you came to San Diego. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you drove here from Las Vegas?
Yes.
The same day, October 21st?
Yes.
When you got to you went to the police station?
Yes, it was dark, closed. I don't know what. We were trying to find a way in. There was no way in. It was just a dark police station.
On the whole drive, after having this conversation with Ali, trying to figure out where Amira was, what was going to happen with her, and then driving from Las Vegas here and arriving at the police station, can you tell us sort of what was going on in your mind? Do you actually remember this? Go ahead, you can answer.
What was, I was in disbelief. I was like, is this real? Is this a nightmare? I mean, one time I was like hitting myself and crying. I'm like, what's happening here? And I was hysterical, but where's Amira? Is Amira by herself? Is she afraid? Are they going to take her? I mean, she's a child. So a million things were going through my head. I just want to get to Amira. That's all.
And things got tense during her testimony while she was under cross-examination by the state.
But you were at least aware that, or you believed that the defendant was telling you the truth, that he shot and killed Anna because you told him, get her help, right?
Huh?
Honestly, I don't remember. If you have the recording, I'll hear it, but I don't remember.
I do. Would that help you?
And I probably did, but I don't remember. I believed him when he sent me the picture.
Okay.
That's when I believed it, and I deleted it right away. I didn't want to see that.
So, yeah, you got the photograph at like 3:09 p.m., right? So a couple minutes after that phone call?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when you got the photograph, you knew that the defendant was...
I probably did say get her help. I probably did. I mean, like I said, it was all a shock.
Now, you didn't yourself call 911 to report what the defendant told you, right?
No, because he said he already called.
Okay. But you didn't make the call yourself, right?
No.
And after this phone call with the defendant, he called you a couple more times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before he was arrested?
I believe so, yes. It was either call or text.
You engaged in multiple phone conversations with the defendant, right? While he was in the car picking up Amira and while she was in the car, right?
He picked up the
Amira
kid?
was in the car?
Correct.
No, I didn't know Amira. I didn't hear Amira was in the car until my ex called me and said they picked him up and Amira's in the car.
Okay.
I believe Amira wasn't in the car.
Well, you had a couple of phone conversations with the defendant after that first call at 3:02.
Right. Yes.
You had a couple more.
Yes.
Where you were both discussing the pickup of Amira, right?
I believe I told him don't pick her up, leave her there, because I didn't want him to pick her up and drive crazy and something will happen to
you
them.
already said that.
You were aware, though, based on the text messages that he sent you, that he was picking Amira up and he had her with him, right?
Yes, and I told him just leave her there. I'll grab her.
Right. But he told you, no, I'm picking her up.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then he told you that he had her in the car, right?
No, he said, Mom, Amira's with me in the car, and the
this
cops
woman
are
is
here.
not on
They're
trial.
taking
Why
me.
are they
That's
asking
it.
these questions?
Right. But you engaged in multiple text messages.
Yes,
right?
I believe so.
With the
yes,
defendant.
I believe so.
So you're starting to drive down from Las Vegas, right?
Uh-huh.
And the defendant is telling you, asking you like where he should meet you with Amira, right?
No, the last call I got is when the cops are right there.
I'm talking about text messages.
Uh-huh.
You engaged
Why
in
are
a
you
series
talking
of
about
text
those text
messages between you and the defendant.
Yeah, while I was still in my apartment. I didn't leave yet.
Right. That was in the 3 o'clock range before he was arrested.
Yes.
Is this the
Yes.
defense
And
attorney?
the defendant told you that he can't hide with Amira forever, right?
No, he's never said he was going to hide. No way.
Okay.
Okay, maybe he did. I don't recall that. He called the cops on
She
himself.
immediately goes
What I'm
back.
asking was the text messages, and
I don't remember. That was almost 3 years ago. Show me. I don't remember. I don't remember. It was. That's fine. I don't have a problem looking at it. I don't remember.
Oh, the binders over there.
He never said he was going to hide.
Action, non-responsive.
Come on. Sorry, Your Honor. How's he going to hide when he called the cops on himself?
You just apologized and you're doing it again.
So you recognize these as text messages sent between you and the defendant on October 21st, 2021, right?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. And the defendant specifically told you when you were arranging a place to meet, Mom, that's going to take too long. I can't hide with a mirror forever, right? He told you that?
If it's there, yes.
Okay. And then you continued to discuss a meeting place, and the defendant text messaged you, why can't I drive to you? I want to leave, right? He said that? Correct?
Yes, yes,
And then you said, meet us somewhere in LA. It's 3.5 hours from us.
yes.
Correct? Okay. And then you continued having a conversation with the defendant over text message until he stopped responding, right?
Yes.
Ali's trial lasted nearly a month, and the last witness
I
called
think
to
she was
testify
trying to
in his
protect him
defense
in the
would be
beginning.
Ali himself. While on the stand, he admitted to spying on Anna, saying he became jealous and paranoid, and went to her apartment with a gun and trashed the place in a drug-fueled rage.
So
He was on
the way
drugs?
That video ends, like you said, with your voice being very ramped up and agitated. That's what led into the throwing away of her belongings and damaging the apartment.
Right. At that point, I had been, like I said, I was set off. I was triggered. I was explosive. At that point, I'm just acting on impulse and rummaging, and I'm throwing away her shoes. I'm throwing away her bikinis and stuff like that.
After that, did you at some point calm down?
I did. So what happened was I started to feel severe exhaustion. I felt so completely drained mentally and physically.
That would happen when you trash somebody's place.
I'm like, okay, I think she's cheating on me. Should I stay and wait and see if maybe she'll come in with the guy, or no, I'm too tired for that. I need to go to sleep. I have to go to sleep. I have not slept. So that's what I decided, that I'm going to go back to the hotel. But I also realized that, you know what, this moment is the most that I felt that that my suspicions are actually real. I didn't want to lose this opportunity to catch it. So in that moment, I saw my daughter's iPad on the table, and like a stupid idea that just right on the spot, Discord.
What about the part where you two were separated?
Do you want me to describe that platform?
No.
Or just keep going to what happened?
I'll ask you a question about it. It's a platform that can be used to live stream something, right?
It's a community server for like people to join a community on things that they like, and they can make voice chats and voice channels, and they can stream video games or stream their computer. It's like a chat room with voice and audio.
And this was something that was already downloaded back in 2018 on your daughter's iPad.
Correct, and on my phone and on my computer, because I managed a community of 2,000 members for the Gen Kid community.
And so when you said you saw your daughter's iPad and then had the idea in the moment of trying to catch what was happening, what did you do?
I opened up the Discord app on my daughter's iPad. That was a separate account. So I had him join the open voice channel. It wasn't a call. It's not something you can hang up. It's just a voice chat channel. And any user who hops into this voice chat channel, by default, their microphone is turned on, unless you hit the mute button. So it's just for places for people, as many as they want to communicate. So the iPad joined in the channel, and then I joined it with my phone. I heard that they were making fun of me. He was like, "Did Ali make this mess?" I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, you trashed the place.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to make fun of you.
Flowers. Let me just tell you, when you hear your wife talk about you to an undisclosed man, that's painful. And
You
this
did
is while I'm
trash
driving
her
90 miles an hour,
apartment.
already like freaking out. But then what happened was the voices stopped. Suddenly there was silence, and I'm like, what? Why don't I hear anything? Why'd they stop talking? Next I start hearing R&B music playing.
They're about to smash.
As you
Well,
were
in the smashed-up
driving
apartment.
there, you were texting with this friend Sammy, who you had planned to go and see later that same day. Is that right?
Yeah, I texted him that there's a man in my house.
And you told him not to.
I thought you don't
contact
live
him.
there.
Do you remember telling him that?
Yes.
Why did you tell him that?
I had asked him to intervene at one point between me and Anna to see if maybe he could be the middleman of reconciling us. So I know he had her number. My intention was, when I had told him that there's a man in my house, I was concerned that he was going to tell Anna, thus giving her a heads up, and then she was just going to have the guy leave. So then I would be at square one again.
You had your gun on you the whole time, but the first time you ran, and then the second time you came back.
Yes.
We saw on the surveillance footage that you seemed to be like adjusting your belt or your pants or something. What was going on there?
So this had been the first time that I'd ever carried concealed in a full sprint, meaning I'm running. I had never run with my gun on me before, so I did not know that the weight of the gun was yanking my pants, and I was concerned that it was going to fall out and somebody was going to see it. So in that moment, I was just adjusting, tightening my belt to better secure it.
Okay. You use the security key or the key card to go inside the gated area of the complex, and then you took the elevator up. Do you remember that?
Correct.
At this time, are you starting to feel the effects of those 4 bumps that you did before you left your hotel?
And the ones that I did while I was driving too.
So let me ask you that.
It was getting coked up while.
In the hotel, did you also use in the car?
Yeah, I was not even taking bumps at that point. I was just taking the bag and literally double nostriling it. Like I was freaking out, and this is probably the most coke I've ever done in a single moment.
That's
he
why you don't do
testified he felt
drugs.
betrayed by Anna after he heard she was in their once shared apartment with someone who wasn't him, not once denying he was his wife and Rayburn Barron's killer.
When you got off the elevator, what happened next?
As you can see, I was in a hurry to get in there. I didn't even wait for the door to open. I was running. I used my key card. The only thing I had in my hand was my key card. I opened the door. I barged in. I was immediately startled.
You
I
were
stopped
startled.
right in my tracks like a deer in the headlights. They weren't in the bedroom. They weren't having sex. They're right there, cuddling on the couch.
Did they recognize or see you?
Well, at first, I saw Anna. I couldn't see who the man was because she was kind of leaning forward a little bit to see who's at the front door. So I see Anna, and then the man leans his head forward. He leans his head forward, his eyebrows arched. I immediately identify him as Ray, and he goes like what's up?
And for the record, you're moving your head and chin sort of up.
Yeah.
In emotion.
Yes, nodding up.
You stated that kind of in the way of saying what's up. Did he say what's up?
No, he did his usual. What's up?
What happened next?
I didn't expect that Anna would ever do that to me.
Why
Him
not?
of all people. I mean, she knew how I felt about him. She knew how I felt. I was trying to believe her. I was trying to believe that she wasn't.
Listen, if she hated you and she wanted to leave you, why wouldn't she go with the guy that also probably feel the same about you?
Cheating on me, that she would let me fix this because I was sick. I was struggling from drugs and mental illness, and I fucked up. I fucked up a lot, but I was trying to fix this. And when I saw that it was him, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take the betrayal. I couldn't believe that she could do that to me, to our daughter. And then before I could stop myself, I just snapped. My gun was in my hand, and next thing I'm shooting, and I can't stop. I'm just shooting, and I'm even startled. It's like I'm watching it happen. I'm like I'm in the passenger seat of my own body. I can't stop it, and I hear Anna screaming and crying. And I don't even remember shooting Anna. I just remember running back to the front door, and I grabbed the door handle, and then it hit me. I'm like, did that just happen?
Yeah,
and I turn around
you
and
called your mom and you took pictures.
I see Anna leaning forward and there's blood. And I'm like, Anna.
What's she supposed to say? Like, oh, I'm cool. Don't worry about it.
I couldn't believe I did that. I don't know. I didn't mean to do that.
Ali said he didn't remember taking the sickening photo of Anna and Rayburn's.
You did a lot of drugs. And you brought the gun specifically.
Lifeless bodies on the couch as he testified he was in disbelief after the murders. When it came time for the tense and oftentimes heated cross-examination, at one point the judge had to calm both sides down.
You would try to make sure that no one saw you hurting her, right?
I did not actively try to hide anything.
And that's why you killed her to
He was abusive before this?
Ray inside the apartment where no one would see, right?
That's why?
So no one would see what you were doing.
No, he did it because that's where they were, inside the apartment. He was supposed to wait till they come.
That is where they were located. That is not something that I had any say in.
You didn't have a say in killing Anna and Ray?
No. I'm talking about the location. Because you just asked me if I...
You can't just be gaslighting the man. He already admitted to it. You got him dead to rights. There's no need.
Plan to kill them in the privacy of the home as if I'm hiding it.
But no one would see you.
That's what you said.
Right. You didn't plan on getting caught, right?
I didn't plan on this happening.
Anna saw you slap your mom, right?
She did not see that.
You had and I
So
can't...
you did do that. No wonder the mom was... This dude's out here just slapping up every woman in his life, huh?
And ask her, right?
That's not fair.
Because you killed her?
That's not fair.
I'm asking...
That's so inappropriate. That's so inappropriate.
Inappropriate? You're abusing your mother and your wife. You're sick. Oh my God.
All right, first of all, I'll sustain the objections. I'll sustain that as argumentative. And everybody, question, answer. All right, that's how we proceed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Next question.
You and Anna had a conversation about the fact that you slapped your mom because she was having an affair, right?
I shoved her.
Or you shoved your mom?
I did.
So you didn't slap her, you shoved her?
No, I shoved her.
Because you were mad at her for cheating on your dad, essentially, right?
She admitted in a very vulgar way in front of my dad that...
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, he still has issues, but that I can see why that would have a great emotional reaction for him.
Yes, so yes.
You were mad at her, right? Because you don't like when someone is cheated on, right?
That's correct.
And you left her many, many audio messages in October, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mean ones?
Yeah.
Right? I played a few of those in court.
Yes.
You constantly called her a bitch, a dumbass.
Yes.
Right? You did that on multiple different dates, right?
In this month?
In October, correct?
Yeah, this was a very volatile month.
Right. You didn't make all those recordings on October 15th, right? There were many different dates.
Well, a lot of the ones you played were actually on the same day.
But you made a lot more recordings than that, right?
Sure.
Correct?
For different instances, yes.
And you specifically said on one of those recordings that Anna has not had sex with you in a month, right?
Yeah, but you admitted that you have mental health issues and you're a drug addict. I think that's reasonable of her to not want to be with you.
Okay.
So you had not had sex with her in a month, right?
Okay.
September 21st was the last time you had sex, right?
Okay.
Right?
I could be. I remember, I don't remember when the wedding was, but she did have sex with me that night.
But you're telling us that Anna...
The last time was on the wedding night? That went downhill real fast.
would come to your house in the middle of the night in October to have sex with you, and that is a lie, right?
No, that was
Overruled. You can answer the question. Go ahead.
I had mentioned that as one time that happened, but I wasn't exactly sure when in October, but she did frequently show up to the house to do various things.
But you're testifying to that, but there's no evidence of it, right?
It was just like you asked me questions that there's no evidence to, like me using racial slurs. And
So if Anna was having sex with you in October, why would you leave her messages that she wasn't having sex with you for a month?
well, in that time frame, I had a habit of exaggerating time frames. I wasn't keeping track of time frames. Like I would say to, like, persist. I haven't seen my wife in 3 weeks. It could have just been a couple days. It could have just been a week. But the impact was the same.
You were telling her multiple times in those audio messages that you're not having sex with me. Why the f*** do I need you, right?
Right.
So she wasn't having sex with you, right?
Right.
Okay. So when you're trying to tell everyone that she's coming back to you to have sex in the middle of the night, that's not true, is it?
I was referring to one night, and that is true.
During his second day under cross-examination, the prosecution hammered Ali about his previous...
I see what she did there. Because he's trying to make it seem like they were going to get back together, even though they were separated, and try to make it like a case like it was reasonable of him to accuse her of cheating. When she really wasn't, and she kind of broke things off.
Harassment toward his wife.
You would tell her that she could not go out with other people without you, correct?
No, that's not true.
You actually always had to be with her going out, right?
That's not true. I worked a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. What do you think she was doing at those times? She was out at the gym with her girlfriends, going to get her nails done, going to lunch, taking the daughters to the park. These are things that don't include me.
Going out at night to bars and clubs and other things, you would often tell her that she couldn't go out without you.
I would say that I know that if she were to just go out with her girlfriends, of course she could go out. But I know what the friend group consists of. It is not.
Yeah, and also his mom did kind of cheat on his dad. So homie's a little paranoid, so it's understandable that he would say that.
Not just girls. It is men that these women are sleeping with. And these are people that I'm supposed to be friends with, that my wife wants me to be friends with. So of course I'm not comfortable me being left out of that. So yes.
You sent Anna a text message on October 15th telling her, hope you and Ray enjoy each other, right?
When did I say that?
I'm asking you. I'm not showing you anything. I'm asking you. You sent her that text on October 15th, 2021.
I don't recall that text.
Okay, so he already knew Ray was already hitting it. This guy, man.
It's not a surprise to you that she and Ray would go out together, right?
Exactly.
Are you kidding me? I had no idea about it.
Looking in front of you at the packet 176, page 56, this was a text message series that you sent to Anna on October 15, 2021, telling her, by the way, when I Nikki, she was on her period, right?
Yeah.
So you were telling Anna that you did in fact have sex with Nikki.
Again, this is me just trying to hurt her emotionally.
And you were laughing at her. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I saw those ha-has
because
before
I wanted her to feel somewhat of the pain that I was feeling about our situation, the situation of our relationship.
There's multiple text messages that Anna sent you, including October 18th, 2021, where she said to you, I don't love you. Correct?
Sure, yeah.
Multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
In those days before the shooting, correct?
Right. But she also has told me that she does love me.
I'm asking you.
Okay, and I'm telling you.
It's in none of these texts, correct?
Not specifically in those texts, no.
On October 19th, you were harassing her. See, this is People's 176, page 41. You were harassing her and telling her you're coming over to the apartment, and she told you to leave her alone. This is harassment, right?
Reasonable, yeah.
Yes.
You texted her that, right?
Sure, yes.
That she didn't want anything to do with you, and you just kept badgering her, correct?
I wanted to see her at times, yes.
And you felt that you would go to jail if you ever saw Anna with another man. That's
Look,
what you said, correct?
I said that, but that's, what does that mean? I mean, it doesn't say anything about me wanting to end someone's life. It just says
you got a gun bugged the apartment. You thought they were having sex, and you were going to run in there with your gun. Like,
to jail. Maybe I'd go crazy and punch somebody. I mean, this is something my dad used to say a lot. And
But
I
you
just
didn't punch Ray. You shot him, correct?
I didn't even know Ray was involved until I walked in.
bro, you lying.
All right.
You're lying.
Multiple times.
Why would Ray just comfortably just nod to you like you know each other?
Anna told you she wanted a restraining order against you, correct?
It was an empty threat.
Okay. On multiple dates in September and October of 2021, Anna told you she wanted a restraining order against you.
She also told me she actually got one.
She told you she wanted one, correct?
She told me she actually got one.
She wanted a restraining order because you were abusive to her, correct?
No, because I've had instances where I was physical with her.
That's the same thing.
You convinced her time and time again not to get one, right?
I may have only convinced her once or twice, but there was
once or twice?
There was a point in time where she told me she specifically got the TRO, and I looked up how TROs work, and I was never served paperwork.
My question to you is you wanting to convince her not to get one, not whether she got one, you convincing her not to get one.
I don't know whether or not I convinced her.
How does he even convince her of that? Like, this dude is obviously on hinge. Why would she even?
And they told her that there would be consequences on our life, like as far as my job, my clearance. I was the only provider financially.
And she had every right to get a restraining order against you, correct?
Absolutely.
And you did not want her to.
Of course I wouldn't want her.
And you told her multiple times in text messages not to get a restraining order against you, correct?
I probably advised or asked her not to get one.
Yeah. I can see how you convinced her. The money. Yeah.
Also told her multiple times, either over the phone or in person, not to get a restraining order against you, correct?
I can't recall that.
The state also questioned Ali's seemingly targeted plans to go over to Anna's apartment with a loaded gun and 100 rounds of ammunition.
You decided to drive straight to the Spire apartment from the hotel once you heard Anna with another man, correct?
Yeah.
And you were planning to surprise them and not let them know you were there, correct?
I wanted to find out what was going on, yes.
Wanted to catch them in the act.
Sent a text to your friend Sammy around 2:36 p.m. There's another man at my apartment. Dude, right? Correct?
Correct.
And you said, do not contact her, correct?
Yes.
Right. So you already knew that she was with another man, correct?
I heard her with another man.
You continued to drive to the Spire apartment despite already knowing Anna was with another man, correct?
I did.
You left your hotel and loaded your gun, correct?
That's not true.
Your gun was loaded, correct?
No, there was a magazine in it because I was actively carrying the last few days. There was already a magazine with bullets in it,
So it's
but there
loaded.
was no round in the chamber at any point.
Your gun was loaded, correct?
It was not ready to be fired.
You could have gone to the Spire apartment without your gun, correct?
I could have.
You purposely went there with your gun loaded, correct?
I already had it on my pants, but I thought about whether I should bring it, but I thought it would be safer if I brought it.
You actually did not have the gun on your pants because you had been sleeping, correct?
My pants were on the floor with my gun attached to the belt. Like I said, as soon as I heard this audio, I wasn't sitting there listening. I was like a fireman, just ready, just jumping into my pants. The gun was already on my... I was out the door.
You made the decision to put your pants on that had a loaded gun and drive to the Spire apartment, correct?
That was the pants that was readily available. That was what I was wearing.
Yeah, but you said there was no bullets in there. So when did the bullets get in there if you didn't plan any of this and the gun was just there?
You had extra magazines and over 100 rounds of ammunition, correct?
That's what I had in my safe ever since Virginia. I didn't...
Well, you didn't take the safe with you.
I was in the back of my Jeep in a safe.
You had all that ammunition and 3 magazines when you drove to the Spire apartment, correct?
It was in my safe, but I didn't bring it with me to the apartment.
Then where'd the bullets come from?
Loaded magazine, correct?
That's how you conceal carry. It was already there. It was already on there.
Do you have a concealed carry permit in California?
No, I don't, but I was actually in the process of...
Oh, so you were actually illegally carrying the gun, correct?
In that moment, in those few days, yes.
Ali admitted
guy.
on the stand once he saw Rayburn and Anna on the couch together. The seeming betrayal turned into rage when he fired off the 6 separate shots into his estranged wife and her friends' heads.
So you pushed the door open.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Dude said he was out of his mind, but yet he targeted this guy.
And that's when you looked over and you noticed that Anna was not in the bedroom. She was on the couch, correct?
So when I went into the house, I was startled by the fact that, yes, they were on the couch.
Okay. And so you said that you first saw Anna, but you couldn't see the man, right?
Yeah, because he was leaned back.
Okay. Because Anna was leaning forward and blocking your view of the man, correct?
She had turned like this to look at me.
Okay.
Go ahead and make record of that. He turned to his left side.
Thank you. Okay, so you said Anna turned to her left and then she noticed you, correct?
Yes.
All right, so once Anna turned to the left and noticed you, that's when Ray leaned his head forward, right?
He removed his arm and then leaned forward to see who was at the door.
Okay, so Ray leaned forward and then that's when you first noticed that it was Ray, right?
Immediately, yes.
All right. So you noticed it was Ray, and then you said that's when Ray did this nod. Like you mentioned it yesterday. He nodded up in the air.
Yeah, he kind of just he had his eyebrow arched and he went like, "What's up?"
Okay, and that made you mad, right?
Him being there, him being anywhere involved in this, is what I never imagined that. I mean, a million years. Just his whole involvement, just seeing his face, just did something to me.
Okay.
That was like the straw that broke the camel's back mentally. I mean, I don't know what happened. Something just snapped, and I.
So then you said that once you noticed Ray, and then he did that head nod, then you said that you felt betrayed, right?
I felt, of course, it's like a betrayal, yes.
Okay. And then you testified that at that moment, when you were looking at Anna and Ray, you felt betrayed, and you said you didn't expect that Anna would do that to you, correct?
I was sharing some of the feelings, how I felt about the situation. I may not have felt that in the exact moment because of how fast it happened, but when I testified yesterday, I got really emotional, so I may have interjected some after feelings about this.
Okay, but in the moment, you were processing your feelings and realizing that Anna had betrayed you, right?
No, so let me put it this way. I opened the door. Anna, Ray.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
That's exactly how fast it happened.
But I'm asking you about what you testified to yesterday. You testified that all of these things happened, and then you were processing the fact that Anna had betrayed you, correct?
No, I was not processing. There was no time for me to process. My brain was like a caveman in that moment. Right. Anna, man, Ray. Right. It went from a man to identifying Ray.
The prosecution played audio from Nest camera footage from a nearby apartment of the shooting, where the state says after Ali fired off the half-dozen shots, he shouted the word respect.
You heard that word respect, correct?
I didn't hear anything.
Before you shot Anna, you told her essentially that she wasn't respecting you, correct?
That is false.
That is not a female voice saying respect, correct?
That is not. There's nobody saying respect in there.
That is not Ray saying respect because he's already dead, correct?
I do not know the status of Ray, but there's nobody saying respect in that audio.
That's what you said to Anna, and then you killed her.
Can you play it closer to the last shot, please?
I'm not going to keep playing it, but that's what you heard on the recording, correct?
I mean, it's distracting when I have to sit there and listen to me, go out of the elevator. Can we just play it right before the shooting, please?
I'm asking you a question.
Because all I heard was,
You cannot ask me anything. I'm asking you. Before you shot Anna in the head, you said respect to her.
I did not say that.
And you shot her because she had disrespected you and was with Ray, correct?
No.
Right after you shot Anna in the head, you pushed her head down into Ray's lap, right?
Oh, get
What?
I'm not going to tolerate this.
That's what you did, right?
They scrubbed my hands. They scraped my nails for any DNA. No blood, no skin, no hair. Come on.
Objection, non-responsive.
Sustained.
Move to strike.
Stricken.
You pushed her head down into Ray's lap, so that's how they would be found, correct?
No.
After the murders, Ali admitted to sending the graphic murder photos to both of his parents. Then the prosecution questioned him about his possible plans to cover up his role in the murders.
And you already on that call started planning a defense for yourself, right?
Say it again.
You started planning a defense for yourself, right?
No, my main priority was to alert the police and to send them to the right location to send paramedics in an attempt to save their lives.
You called 911 and you were calm at the beginning of the call, correct?
Again, this is me just trying to be calm.
And you told the 911 dispatcher that you had just found your wife and another man shot, correct?
He just
I did.
found
That's just what came out. I didn't anticipate having to make a 911 call that day. I didn't anticipate. I didn't know, like, should I say it now? Or because I'm thinking about Anna, I'm thinking about Ray, but I'm also thinking about Amira alone in school. I didn't know somebody was scheduled to pick her up. I thought Anna was going to do that. So my mind is, I need a little time. I just need to go coordinate with my parents and fix the Amira situation.
You already started lying on the 911 call, correct?
I wasn't fully truthful, yes. But I wasn't trying to hide anything.
You said to the 911 dispatcher that it was so horrible just finding them, correct?
I said that I couldn't breathe at the sight of it, which is very true, especially when I went in the second time.
You didn't tell the 911 operator that what you had done was the horrible thing, correct?
I did not mention that I had did it, yes.
Then he picked up his young daughter from school and admitted to the young girl he killed her mom.
Whoa.
So you loaded Amira into your car and you were smiling, right?
Oh my God.
No, it's incorrect.
You heard testimony about you picking Amira up and you were smiling.
Yes,
right?
I know Julia said that. I did not know she was even seeing me there, but first I went to the window where there's a staff. And I said, there's an emergency, I need to pick up my daughter. I was on the phone with my dad on speaker the whole time.
Objection, non-responsive.
I'm trying to explain the situation.
Trying to explain. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. No, I'm just... She said I was smiling, so I just wanted to say it took a pretty decent amount of time for them to get Amira. And they also told me, well, somebody else is scheduled to pick her up. This is strange. I'm like, look, I don't know anything about that. Just please give me Amira. I'm on the phone with my dad. We're trying to figure out something, what to do. Eventually, they bring Amira out. I don't want to scare my daughter. I don't want to startle her.
Why'd you tell her?
I was trying to be cordial. I was trying to stay focused, but I wasn't even able to do that because as soon as I was holding her hand and we're walking, the first thing out of her mouth is, "Where's Mom?" And that really hurt me. It really, I couldn't keep my composure at that. I was like, "No, Amira, please don't ask me about Mom right now. Please don't ask me. Let's just get in the car." And then I put her in the car seat.
You told Amira that you killed her mother,
I did
correct?
not.
She knew that you killed her mother, correct?
I did not, and she did not know.
You were bragging about what you did to your child, correct?
Objection, the state of the testimony is to child and argumentative.
You can answer.
I had not anticipated to tell her anything. I just wanted to drop her off.
So you
But
did tell. This guy lies every time. What kind of monster would talk to their own child like?
It wasn't until I saw that the police were following me and I chose to pull over. I knew that this is probably going to be the last time I see my daughter for a long time. And I didn't want her to go without knowing what happened. So I just said the nicest way possible that wouldn't scare her, that wouldn't damage her. I said, "Amira, I hurt Mommy. I have to go now."
Police arrested Ali with his young daughter in the back seat of the car and his weapon used to kill her mother and friend on the floorboard of the vehicle. During closing arguments, the prosecution explained to the jury Ali deliberately planned the murders.
I have proven to you beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant intended to kill Anna and Ray. It was willful, deliberate, and premeditated. He carefully weighed his options. He thought about death days prior, weeks prior. He thought about life, and he chose death. He chose to kill. He decided to kill before he entered that apartment and shot.
Yeah, I get the point. I know how it ends. Yeah, this guy is a monster. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. Well, don't know. I try to be as lighthearted as I could, make a couple of jokes, but this is heavy, man. Till next time. This is sad.